Y'all don't gotta worry about getting blinded today. I'm not wearing white. I'm rocking the Kirby this time. It's alright, we good. Persona's 25th anniversary, we all know the drill so far. It's a new month, we cannot forget. This is the next allotted month for the Persona 25th anniversary content. After this one, I think there's going to be 4 more, so we still got a nice heaping helping with a total of 5 that we haven't gotten yet. And we've only gotten 3, the first one being the Persona 5 live play announcement, then Persona 4 Arena Ultimax coming to Steam and consoles, and then the latest one was the Persona 25th, kind of like in-person festival, which is Japan only. And of course, they've had a lot of Japan only stuff like cafe merch, hotel stuff, events, all that type of stuff, and the West has been getting collabed. For the record, hey, I get you. So what's next? That's the big question, because I want to know too. And of course, there's a big heaping helping of possibilities, something that maybe y'all have never thought about that I'm going to be bringing up. I mean, look at our track record so far. I got some ideas for y'all. The first being Persona 6. Now, as far as Persona 6 goes, I actually have some ideas about that title. One of which I'm going to leave for a little later on in the video. Y'all going to get the secret code, so I know you stayed that long. Hey, type it in the comments when you get there. I expect if they're going to do a new Persona game, I assume it would be the last thing to have. The last one is scheduled for autumn, not a specific date. So for this first Persona 6 idea, I'm talking new cast, new setting, new plot, new story, new vibe, new aesthetic. Also, I may have put it up on screen already in editing. Thank you, feature me, but I'm gonna say it verbally anyway for y'all to not look at the screen. There's probably gonna be spoilers for things like Persona 4 or Persona 3, so if you haven't played, or even Persona 1 and 2, so if you haven't played those games, then I suggest you be weary. But if you don't care, hey, keep watching the video, or if you have played them, hey, we here. Now, me personally, I am absolutely ready to move on and get to Persona 6. I personally enjoyed Persona 5, but I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest with you. Of course, there are a lot of good things about the game, but I have a lot of critiques about the real potency or volume of the game itself. But that's a story for another time. Which also kind of brings me to my next topic, which was the possibility of another Persona 5 game, which please, we've had enough Persona 5 multimedia collaborations. I'm doubtful for Persona 5 Arena, mainly because they bothered to do Arena Ultimax ports for Steam and PC. Although that's not really deconfirming Persona 5 Arena, I always had doubts about it in general. If anything, people think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious on there potentially being a Royal Strikers. The next possibility, which I don't think I've seen a lot of people mention, is maybe they'll do a collection for Persona Q 1 and 2. For those that don't know, the Persona Q games were games that released on the 3DS exclusively, and they pretty much have clashes between the Persona cast. The first Persona Q was a clash between Persona 3 and Persona 4's characters, and a new original story with a lot of really heartwarming and cute interactions and moments and things like that. Both serious and really funny. And then Persona Q2 was 3, 4, and 5. So I'm thinking maybe they will do a port to the Switch especially, but maybe for Steam and console. Similar to how what was done for the first The World Ends With You game. That game was only originally on DS, but they also made it to be able to be played in a console environment. By the way, play The World Ends With You if you haven't already. One of the greatest JRPGs ever, but it's still slipping on the radar for some reason. But still, please, can we get more word about that series? Let me not start ranting. But if they do decide to do a collection for Persona Q 1 and 2, I'm thinking maybe they'll finally do a dub for Persona Q2. I've been thinking, wait, they didn't have an English dub for Persona Q2? The reason they didn't was because Persona Q2 was coming out in a time of the 3DS where it was on its decline. Not that it was doing bad, but because it was in the 3DS's really latter years when they were kind of like slowing down a production of 3DS games. The Switch was coming out and they're pretty much really preparing for that. So, and it wasn't really, so that they weren't really preparing for it to sell well, and it didn't sell that well, so they were like, we're not gonna bother with an English dubbed version. So maybe that could be another benefit for a collection of the game. And then probably my biggest desire is content for Persona 3 FES and or portable. Those that have talked to me about Persona in any capacity, you know, even though it's not my favorite, it's my second favorite. I do think Persona 3 is still to date the best Persona game, mainly because I think it has the best story. I think it has the best soundtrack, not the best cast, but the second best cast, and that cast being still strong enough to be really potent and valuable, and of course the best message. So that's why I really want some love for Persona 3 FES and or portable, whether it be remasters, kind of like what they did for Persona 4 Gold on the PC, but they make it on PC and consoles. Or don't laugh at me for this. I said don't laugh at me for this, man, but Persona 3 remade from the ground up would be amazing. Now I know what you're thinking. From the ground up, ain't no way. I know, but still, hear me out. Peep. I know it's copium, but imagine though, in the way that like Persona 5 is made. I mean, they have a lot of these high-res, high-quality models. We've seen the dancing game, but they have these full-body models and they look beautiful. And these voice actors still come back time and time again. I mean, not all of them, depending on certain games. I kind of want to make another video talking about that possibility and the potential separately. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about it? Put hashtag P3 reimagined on your comment. That's the secret code for this video if you stayed this long, so I know how dedicated you are to watching this stuff. And of course, another possibility is Persona 1 and 2 ports and or remasters, because we know they had the original ones, then they had the ones that they ported to PSP, which made some really good adjustments to both the gameplay and especially the music. Have y'all heard the PSP versions of School Days? If you guys haven't played Persona 1 or 2, what are you doing? Especially Persona 2, both Persona 2's Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. Those games are fantastic. Some of the best plots of Persona, period. It's so good. More people need to show Maya and Tatsuya some love too, please. Anyway, moving on. What I talked about earlier, my second idea for Persona 6, watch this. A lot of people were thinking, Persona 6, wouldn't it be cool if Nanako was the MC for Persona 6? And also, maybe you could have that and have a new plot in general, or combine that with my other idea, which was the content of this game. Major Persona 3 spoilers, beware. Taking the cast of Persona 3, or maybe Nanako MC plus Persona 3, maybe some Persona 4 characters coming together and finally freeing Makoto Yuki from his role as the seal on Nyx, while keeping Nyx locked up. Because we know from the events of Arena that Elizabeth has been fighting off kind of like pseudo Nyx, or the one that brings Nyx into reality. And I would love if Persona 6 were to take that idea and roll with it. I think that's gold. I think that's really good of an idea. They might be thinking, what about the Persona 5 cast? I mean, you could. Now, would that be used for a full-on Persona 6? Maybe not. They'd probably do something fresh and original. But I think that's a really good idea for a big Persona game in general. Would it be Persona 6 or not? What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about these ideas? Let me know. Remember, put hashtag P3 reimagined on your comment if you stayed this long. Thank y'all for watching, and yeah, check out the links in my description to my Twitch, my Twitter, and other platforms as well, especially my Twitch, because I'm going to be streaming primarily over there. Who knows, Kirby Forgotten Land, maybe one of those that never come to YouTube. I'm just saying. Thank y'all for watching. See you guys in the next video. April, don't fail me now.